Oliveira is
No
stripped
clue.
of championship after being point 0.5 pounds overweight. You know what? You know what's funny about this? Reading this, it sounds like something Floyd would do. Like, oh, you a pound overweight? Nope, fight ain't happening. We good, bro.
What other ways have you guys heard of though? People losing, whether it's a regular game, a championship, a team, a player. That's just like, oh man, like that's not the way it should have gone down. Like it wasn't like you lost on your merits.
Well, in my case,
No,
he did.
I'm-
I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead, Nico.
famous Matt Hasselback. We want the ball. We're gonna score. And then like 2 plays later, he threw a pick six to Al Harris in Lambeau Field, mind you, and they lose the game.
Yeah, who's the Bengals kicker? The kid right now, the rookie, who's just
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
where he comes in and says, you know, we going to the championship, we move it. Like that all sounds cool, but yeah, when you don't do it like Matt Hasselbeck did, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I think that might be the worst because he was confident. And like he said all this during the coin toss. We want the ball and we're gonna score. I'm like,
that's what you want in your quarterback.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want that confidence, but you don't say it.
Yeah.
You just keep that in the back.
Hey, but it sounds cool when you're the Bengals kicker and you sending them to the championship and you say that beforehand. You know what I mean? Like when you're calling, whenever a batter points, like that's where I'm putting the ball. And then he does it. Ooh, like those are big.
He hit a pop up and a pitcher catch it.
Those moments don't make top 10.
On the first pitch, he just swing all his might and it go up in the pitcher like, come on, bro.
I go look at Jason Williams' stats and it's like, oh man, he's the greatest passer of all time. Bro, go back and watch his career and look how many of them actually went to the wrong team. Like this boy was trying to throw crazy stuff all night, every night. The amount that he threw to the wrong team was just like, come on, man. Like,
and they called him white chocolate.
He's a good passer.
You know,
when they made it through, they looked good.
True, very true. But
right. There were a lot that didn't.
If was a fifth, we all be no. Let me stop. But what y'all got, man? What's y'all story or memory?
Well, I'm about to say mine. Everybody should know for mine. Game 1 of 2017, Mr. J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
Brian put up with like 50 points, had the chance to win a game 1. I feel like that momentum, it just swung. It just took all the life out of us. So it was just.
We had a slow moment.
It was more than a slow moment, but.
No, because I will give him competitive heart. Like you got to consider 7. I will give him like he had a brain fart. He had a brain fart, but I think competitive wise, like the play he made was amazing. Like you have 7-foot Kevin Durant right here, ball comes off the rim, and he's supposed to box out 6'8" J.R. Smith, and J.R. Smith got that rebound over 7-foot Kevin Durant, and to win the game. Now he then had a brain fart and didn't win the game, but if that was the final play, you got to give him credit for that. I mean, there were 2 dudes fighting to keep him off that rebound, and he got right through it over much taller dudes. So competitive wise, he deserves some credit because you know what? George Hill also deserves some slam for not hitting that free throw. So they're called free for a reason.
True. But at the end of the time, what you saying that you as a teammate need to know the scenario that you're in, though.
I agree with that.
I'm saying
competitive wise, he was 100%. Mentally, he was about 3.
Well, you know what's funny about this? John say all this, but if he was in that situation, he would have been just like LeBron. He ain't trying to hit that all that. Right. He ain't trying to hit that.
No, but I'm also pissed at George Hill. I'm also yelling at George Hill. You hit the free throw, man. I'm sorry. You got to hit the free throw. There's nothing to it. Hit the free throw.
You know what?
Are you deflecting?
I would say, yeah, hit the free throw, but I want to hit that game winner because you taking the soul out of that arena if you hit that game winning shot, man. Especially in game 1. Nobody was expecting the Cavs to even touch the series. Like,
but hypothetically, they probably would have lost in 5.
But also he ruined possibly one of the greatest games of all time.
Exactly.
So how you get back to it's George Hill fault?
It's still
no, they both. I'm saying they split
both.
it. I think it's 50-50. I think George Hill shares 50% of the blame. But yeah, I think it's higher than people think. You know, that people might say 60-40, no, or 90-10. I don't know. I say he's 50-50. George Hill deserves some blame, a lot of blame for missing that free throw. But yeah, together they ruined one of the greatest playoff games of all time.
True, 100%.